You're watching First Up Philippines. There's a buzz in the market today as Metro Retail officially lists on the stock exchange. It's the third company to go public this year and it's looking to raise just under 4 billion pesos. Chairman Frank GAISANO is here with me to talk about their prospects. Good morning, Frank.
Morning,
Frank,
Jean.
when you described this IPO, you mentioned that this was more than just a financial objective. Please expound on that.
Well, aside from tapping the capital market, this will be a transformational move for the company. So we'll be under the scrutiny, not just on our current shareholder, but the public.
Yeah, what's under scrutiny now is why go to the public now, given the market volatility. In fact, you have been forced to cut down your IPO price. So what pushed you to continue with the IPO this year?
We're quite pleased with the market right now. We're able to raise the funding required for the company to grow, and we have well covered by the capital raising requirement. So going forward, we can also tap into our credit line, because I think our credit is still on the low. We're very low leverage at this point.
Okay, so right now the market volatility does not concern you?
Well, at this point, for investors to come in this early, hopefully they will be well rewarded.
Where will you bringing the proceeds from this IPO?
Mainly, it's going to be for our expansion. 70% of it would be for store expansion. The other 30% would be for our infrastructure, IT, logistics, and working capital.
For store expansion, where will you be bringing Metro Retail? Because you started in the Visayas and you did gain some good ground there. And by 2011, you were going into Metro Manila. Where do you plan to take it?
Our main focus will still be in the Visayas, where we are quite strong. We're number one in all 3 formats in Cebu, and we're number 1 in the Visayas for department store and hypermart, and we're number 2 in supermarket. So we'll be investing more in the Visayas, but also we will continue with our partnership with our developers here in Luzon.
Do you already have the numbers or ideas on how many stores you plan to build in Visayas or maybe in Metro Manila next year or in the next 2 years?
That'll be about 7 stores in 2016, and maybe another 7 to 10 stores in 2017.
There's also news now that in 2 years you're also looking at tapping again the debt market for your aggressive expansion plan. So why are you so confident about the market today?
Well, we've seen our growth in Visayas, and our same-store growth would still be above the peers. We're about over 9% against competition, which is about 3 to 4%. So that gives us the confidence to grow.
You have a very different business model as compared to other players in the market. You have a asset-light model and also a plug-and-play approach. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, we're quite different compared to some other competition, which is more on concession, which is like a landlord. You get your commission and just give them the space. In our case, we're more of the outright model. We'll be buying and owning merchandise. Of course, there's some risk there. That's why I think we're building the infrastructure to be able to cope with that.
And then also in terms of inventory, it seems that you have a different approach as compared to other supermarkets.
Well,
you don't have a concessionaire agreement approach compared to other markets?
We do have concession. We do value our concessionaire in our business, but we're more right now moving towards more outright.
You also talk about protecting your market share, and right now your focus is more on low to middle income customers. Do you have plans on expanding that customer base, and maybe venturing out into a different market?
We'll be still focusing on the mid-market, the mass market, where the bulk of the consumer is in the Philippines.
Okay, thank you very much, for joining us today, Mr. Frank GAISANO.
Thank you, Jean.